All right. So we're gonna start on our backs and go over a lot of the stuff that we did on Monday for for Dana's sake. And then when you're on your back, you can have your legs bent like you are, you can have them straight, whatever's comfortable for you. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, it's a good idea just to kind of orient your attention inward. This is a very inward focused practice. And then when you close your eyes, you might notice right away you feel a lot of things. Maybe your thoughts are running wild and you become more aware of that. All of that is fine. For right now, we're just checking in with how we feel and what's happening. And we can start to orient our awareness more toward our body, beginning by just feeling the sensation of the body on the ground. So you might notice different points of contact, maybe the low back, maybe the feet, the shoulder blades, the head, the backs of the arms, just feeling the contrast between the heaviness at those places and the lightness in the front of the body. And then we'll take our attention more to the front of the body and the inside of the body as we start to notice our breath. And the first inquiry is just to see, does your belly expand when you inhale, or perhaps your belly expands when you exhale? Just notice, or maybe the belly doesn't expand at all. Maybe the breath is just in your chest. Check it out, see for yourself. And then we'll practice our first yogic breath, 3-part breathing. Taking an inhale and intentionally filling the belly, letting it round like you are blowing into a balloon. You fill it all the way up, really letting the walls of your belly expand, maximizing your inhale, and then slowly releasing the exhale. All of this through the nose. If at any point you can't breathe through your nose, just breathe through your mouth, but the intention is to breathe through the nose. Maybe one more like this into the belly. And then on the next inhale, breathe the same way into the belly, but then keep breathing in until you feel the ribs expanding with the breath. And then the exhale comes out of the ribs and then the belly. So it's just this simple sense of inflating and deflating. And then we'll complete our 3-part breath, breathing first into the belly, then into the ribs, and then all the way up into the chest. The exhale is chest, ribs, belly. And maybe you notice just from this breathing that you're already feeling more relaxed. And of course, you don't have to limit this practice to yoga. You can breathe like this anytime. Now, as we continue through the class, you want to try to keep breathing deeply like this. It's not always going to look like this. It's not always going to feel like this. As we move the body into different positions, the availability of the belly and the ribs and the chest may be limited, but we have the intention to breathe this way throughout the practice. So the first thing we'll do is we'll lift the knees and place them in the palms of the hands. Just for a simple practice of coordinating movement with breath. As you inhale, let the knees rock away from you until the arms are straight. And then as you exhale, pull the knees in, bending the elbows. And maybe just place the hands right on top of the kneecaps so that you can extend out a little bit further. Pulling in as you exhale. Just place them here, and you can get them there. Maybe you can see how the movement and the breath coordinate with each other. Not just the fact that I'm asking you to move with the breath, but maybe you can see how moving the thighs away from the belly is conducive to the inhale, and pulling the thighs in toward the belly is conducive to the exhale. So we'll try to work with that a little bit more. Okay, and then let the knees open out to the side. You can hold on to your legs from the bottom, or if you want to kind of encourage a deeper stretch, you can bring your hands to the insides of your knees or thighs, just letting the weight of your hands suggest that deeper opening. And the feet can just dangle in the air. And try to surrender the weight of your legs to gravity. So you may be feeling quite a bit of sensation where we're stretching. And that's great. That means that you're really opening and kind of challenging yourself. And then we want to come back to the breath, the 3-part breath. Maybe you can feel how the exhale has this natural letting go element to it. And you can just try to relax with that exhale and maybe let go of those legs a little more. Okay, bring the knees back together. And roll over onto your side. Either side is fine. And even as we transition between the different positions, we want to still try to stay connected to that breathing pattern. And then use your top hand to press yourself up and come on to hands and knees. So we call this position table, and You can see why it would be called a table. We want the legs to be straight down into the ground, so the hands are under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips, and the knees are about hip width apart. Now, as you inhale, you're going to drop the belly and breathe into the belly, and then breathe into the ribs. And then as you breathe into the chest, you're going to lift your eyes up, arching your back. And then as you exhale, you take your tailbone down, you lift your belly up, you drop your head, rounding your back. And then just continue like that, letting each movement start at the tailbone and then ripple all the way up to the top of the head. Very nice. And then starting at the tailbone, all the way down to the crown of the head. Moving with the breath. So here again, you can see how this arching posture, we call it cow pose in yoga, is appropriate for the inhale, and this cat pose, the rounding, makes sense with the exhale. When we open the body, we inhale. And when we fold, or in this case, like pull the belly in toward the spine, we exhale. Most of the time, not all the time. So this is just a basic spinal warm-up. It's a good thing to do every day. My yoga teacher that I did my teacher training with used to say, "You're as young as your spine is flexible." And she was about 74 when she was my teacher, and she was very, very youthful. Okay. Last one like this. And then we'll come back to neutral spine. We'll open the shoulders a bit. Take the left forearm down onto the ground, horizontally under your chest. And then slide the right hand all the way forward and sink your chest down and just drop your head. See if you can keep the right elbow off the floor so that it's the right elbow off the floor. So keep the hand on the ground, but keep the arm straight. Hand touches down. So you're letting the hand rest, and then you're letting this upper back sink. You feel that in the shoulder? Hope it's okay in the shoulder. And then you can just let your head drop and relax. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Okay. Maybe 2 more breaths here. A half puppy pose. And then we'll do the other side. Pull the right hand in, press into the hand to lift yourself up. And then place the right forearm down. Slide the left arm forward. The hand stays on the ground. The chest drops. The head relaxes down. Imagine a weight hanging from your left armpit. Okay, and pull that left hand in. Lift yourself up. And then come all the way up to standing on your knees hip width apart. Let's just come back to the 3-part breathing for a minute and place the right hand on the belly and the left hand on the chest. Okay, now we're going to release the right hand and reach back and see if it can touch the right heel. If it doesn't touch, then just curl your toes under to make the heel a little higher and see if that gives you the extra help that you need. If it still doesn't touch, you can always just bring the hand to the hip. That works fine too. Then we're gonna really let the head drop back. Let the weight come into that right hand. Breathe into the left hand. And then lift the left arm up and drop it back. And keep your head drop back. Send your hips forward and under you. And try to breathe your 3-part breath. Beautiful. Sit down on your heels. Keep your right hand at your right heel. Take your left arm across on the diagonal. With your right hand, pull into your foot. So kind of like this way, just pulling toward your foot. And then just reach out through the left hand. And notice how the breath is showing up. If you intend to breathe belly, ribs, chest, you might find it's not really possible to breathe belly, ribs, chest in this particular shape. So where does the breath go when you're in this posture? And then you can start to see how each position channels the breath into different parts of the body, and that creates wellness and space, flexibility. Okay, release the hands, bring them around in front of you, and lift back up onto the knees. Left hand on the belly, right hand on the chest. Breathing 3-part breath. And then take the left hand and find the left heel, curling the toes under if you need that, or taking the hip if you still don't reach. And then drop the head back, letting weight come into that left hand. Breathe into the right hand. And then take the right arm up and back, re-dropping the head back. Letting the hips come under you. Okay. It's intense, yeah? Too much? Yeah. Okay, sit back down on your heels, leave that left hand at the left ankle, cross the right hand over diagonally to the left, and then pull in toward you with that left hand. Breathe as though you were breathing belly, ribs, chest. And bring the hands back around under you. Coming back into a table for just a moment. And we're going to step the right foot up. And then if you can, bring one hand on either side of that foot. Let your hips drop down and come forward, coming into a basic lunge. Breathing belly, ribs, chest. Feeling it from the inside. Closing the eyes if that's comfortable for you. And if it's not comfortable to close your eyes, that's fine. Then a good thing to do instead is just to maybe rest your eyes in one spot so that there's a sense of focus and stillness and no distraction. With each exhale, maybe relaxing those hips down and forward a little more. Especially for people who sit a lot, it's really important to open these hip flexors. If they get tight, the back starts to hurt. It's super important. Okay, and then we're going to shift the hips back, walk the hands back, straightening that front leg and flexing the foot. So take a breath in and lift your gaze up. Keep your gaze up, bend your elbows and try to drop your belly down. And then inhale, look up. Keep looking up. Exhale, bend your elbows, try to lower your chest down. And then look up, inhale. Exhale, lay everything down as much as you can, releasing your head forward, dropping the forehead down toward the knee. And for most of us, this is a pretty intense stretch as well, especially if you run or do a lot of things with your legs and don't counter stretch the hamstrings. They're going to be tight. So just focus on breathing deeply and try not to worry too much about the stretch. Just focus on the breath. And with each exhale, maybe you can feel yourself relaxing a little more, maybe dropping into it a little more. What's the fullest expression of breath you can manage? Feel the breath filling into your body. Expanding and relaxing. Expanding and relaxing. Okay. Shift your hips forward again. Bring that right arm in and step the knee back. Take the left leg forward. One hand on either side of the foot if you can. If you can't, inside is fine. And then drop the hips. Lift your chest. You can relax the back foot. Yeah. Nice. Try to breathe through the nose if you can. If it gets intense, exhaling out of the mouth is always acceptable. Sometimes necessary. Keep focusing on the breath. Okay, let's move it back, straightening that left leg to whatever extent you can and flexing the foot. Inhale, look up. Keep looking up. Lower the belly toward the thigh. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend the elbows, try to lay your ribs down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend the elbows, release your chest over, drop your head down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Slow breath in, slow breath out. See if you have any curiosity about where the breath is in your body when your body's in this shape. It's not the same belly, ribs, chest breath that we started with. So where does the breath go? Okay, lift your head, bring the left arm inside, send the leg back, coming back onto hands and knees. Now we're gonna bring the hands one hand's length in front of the shoulders, so not table under the shoulders, but forward of the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide apart, curl the toes. Thanks, take a breath in. And then exhale and lift your knees. Keep the knees bent. Push forward into your hands, trying to bring your ribs toward your thighs. And then push down the left heel, straightening the left leg. Stretching that calf. Letting the head and chest continue to hang down. Letting the breath continue to come in fully. Release slowly. And then bend the left knee and press the right heel down. Breathing in, breathing out. And then press both heels down for our full downward facing dog posture. Pressing forward through all 10 fingers, lengthening the spine. And really press into the index fingers and thumbs. And push back. See if you can release down through the chest, moving the upper body toward the lower body. Great. Beautiful, you guys. Okay, walk the feet up to the hands. And with soft knees and the chin to the chest, roll yourself up. Send the arms forward, up, back, and down. And again. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And then keep the arms here. Just turn the palms forward. Maybe closing the eyes and taking in this new posture. Feeling the feet on the ground. Feeling the alignment of your spine. Feeling your breath. Okay. And lift the toes and spread them wide and lower them down. Open your eyes and see if you can continue to have that internal awareness of your breath, even though your eyes are open. We're going to shift the weight into the left leg. So the body is going to line up over that left foot. Great. We're going to bring the right foot to the inside of the left leg. If you can bring it all the way up to the top of the thigh, that's great. If not, wherever you can bring it is fine. And then we're going to push the thigh into the foot and the foot into the thigh, and that's going to help create some stability. Forgot to say this one part, which is super important. You're going to find a spot in front of you, maybe on the ground, maybe on the wall. I think if you're a beginner, the ground is probably easier. And you're going to literally identify some spot, like something in the carpet. You're going to find a spot in front of you, and you're going to lock your gaze on that spot, and that's going to stabilize you. If you feel like you're starting to fall, really zero in on that visual. And then if you're balanced here, and only if you're balanced here, you can bring your hands together to your heart. If you're still balanced, you can reach your arms up overhead. Only doing that if you're not struggling with the balance. Press that right knee out, opening that thigh. If the arms are up, bring them back down and release. Now close your eyes and see if you're still holding on to that. Let it go. Feel the feet, feel the breath. What's behind you is over. What's in front of you isn't here yet. It's just this moment right here, standing and breathing. Okay, and then shift the weight into the right foot. Feel how your whole body kind of lines up over that foot. Let the eyes open and find a spot in front of you, maybe on the ground, maybe on the wall. And then when you're ready, lift your left foot to the inner right leg. Push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. The hands come together at the heart. If you need them out here for balance, that's fine. If you have balance, then they can come to your heart center. If you're still balanced, they can come up overhead. Focusing on your breath is a good way to create stability. I like what I'm seeing there, Michael. Even though the body's wavering, the eyes are fixed. But maybe not have the arms overhead. Try it with the hands lower. It's just easier on the center of gravity. Nice, Dana. Very nice. Okay, let's come down. Okay. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward with straight legs. Drop the head. Lift the belly in and up towards the spine. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. Ah. Again. Ah. One more. Ah. And then bend the knees deeply. Come all the way down onto your buttocks. Onto your back. Palms will face down on either side of the body, with the knees bent and the feet under the knees. Then we're going to press into the feet and lift the hips. If you can clasp your hands under you, clasp your hands under you and walk the shoulders under you. Kind of one at a time, just fold the shoulders under you. Sometimes if you are able to clasp your hands, not everybody can reach their hands. If you can't reach your hands, just hold on to the edges of your mat and pull away from you. If you can clasp your hands, sometimes holding on but simultaneously pulling the hands away from each other can kind of help you get the shoulders under you more and lift the hips a little more. We call this bridge pose. Push down and forward through the feet and lift the hips. Push into the upper arms and lift the ribs and chest. Beautiful. Maybe 2 more deep breaths here. And then release the hands and slowly lay your spine down 1 vertebra at a time from top to bottom. And then once the hips come down, we'll lift the feet off the ground. Bring the arms inside the thighs and reach the hands around the bottoms of the feet. Arms inside the thighs and then around the bottoms of the feet. Yep. And then we're going to lift the feet up to face the sky as much as you can. Bending the knees down toward the ground as much as you can. Yeah, and if the hands don't reach the feet, then you hold on wherever. And the head is on the ground. Pull the chin in toward the throat. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale and relax the shoulders back down toward the ground. Take a few deep breaths here. And then release the hands, take them out to the side, bring the knees together, arms out like a T, and drop the knees over to the right, all the way down to the ground. Letting the feet touch the ground, resting the legs on the ground, and then turn your head to the left. Deep breath in, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, relaxing that left shoulder down. Inhale and lift the left knee up and over. Bring the right knee up and over. Take them both to the other side. Turning your head to the left. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax the right shoulder down. Easier said. See if you can breathe all the way up to that right shoulder. And then relax the shoulder down as you exhale. And then bring the knees back to center, hug them in. Bring the feet down on the ground. Lift your hips, tuck your tailbone under, and release your legs and shake them out. If you have an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. If not, just close your eyes and let your arms rest out away from the body with the palms up. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, letting the weight of the body fall into the ground. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, letting the jaw relax open. The lips slightly part. And then inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Letting go of the activity of the mind. Any words or images that are in the mind, we can just notice and let go. It's not that they won't come, but we don't need to get engaged with them. We can just let them go. And we can bring our attention to our breath as a way of helping to quiet the mind. And then we can let go of the breath so that the body completely relaxes. No need to inhale deeply anymore. No need to do anything. Just let the breath do its thing. And just feel the breath. Just notice where it is in your body and pay attention to it. And if the mind wanders, just come back. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Okay. Take a deep breath in, move the fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath, stretch long. Hug the knees into the chest, rock gently side to side, letting the ground massage your back a little. And then come back to center, bring the soles of the feet together, the palms of the hands together. Rub hand to hand and foot to foot, waking up the energy in the body again. And then roll over onto either side. And then with the top hand, slowly press yourself up, coming into any comfortable sitting position. Sinking down through the sit bones, lifting through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale the hands together in front of the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. So in yoga, we say this word namaste. It basically means from the place within me that is of light, of love, of truth, I bow to the place within you that is of light and love and truth. Namaste.